I reckon this is probably a very common problem with these shark helmets. What had happened with mine was I bought it last August to go to Germany, and when we first set off, it was nice and dry, and I had it with the chin piece at the back, and I was just using the visor. I was wearing it as an open face helmet. Then when we got up near London, it started to pour with rain, and I wanted to bring the chin piece down. And as I pulled the chin piece up, now what's supposed to happen, so I understand, is the visor is supposed to automatically come up, I think, as you go over. That didn't work, and what happened was I ended up with the chin piece halfway across the visor. I couldn't see a thing. Luckily, I managed to pull up and onto the hard shoulder and managed to sort myself out. But it is still in warranty. It's still in warranty until August, the end of August. But I went down to Helmet City to let them have a look at it last week, and unfortunately they were closed. So I've come back and I've thought to myself, well, do I really want it? It broke the very first time I used it. Do I really want the same again? So I thought to myself, no, I'll have a look and see why it broke, and take it apart and see why it broke. So I've taken it apart. Anyway, what you basically do is you've got these little pieces on the chin piece here that go on the side there. You just prise them off with a blade, and underneath you've got it's actually a tamper-proof screw, but you can undo it with a small Allen key. These are Torx screws, which you can any Torx, obviously the suitable size will fit that, because you have to be able to take the visor off. But that one bolt that goes through there, which is this one here, that is actually an anti-tamper proof, but like I say, a small Allen key will undo it. So I've taken that off, and what I've found inside is a little mechanism that is supposed to flip the visor up as you put the chin piece down, but it's made of crappy brittle plastic, and it's snapped off. So what I've basically done is I've managed to find all the parts. It's just this little pawl on the end here. That snaps off, and that snapped off both of them. So what I've done is I've an activator and super glue. I've put the super glue on one side and the activator on the other side, put the two together. That's worked perfectly. They've glued really well. But then what I've done, to make sure it doesn't happen again, because that's obviously not going to last, what I've done is I've got a staple, just an ordinary staple, and I've cut a couple of staples off the row using a Stanley knife. And then what I've done is I've held the staple with a pair of forceps, but you can do it with a pair of small long nose pliers. Then what I've done is heated it with the blowtorch till it's cherry red, and then I've pushed the staple in so that it's going through the little dog leg on the end and through the plastic body. And I've cut it off the other side, ground it down with a file so that nothing's protruding, but so that I've literally got a staple. I mean, you do get those little snap-on staple heaters for repairing bumpers. You could do that, but I haven't got one, so I've used soldering iron and blowtorch. Obviously, be careful you don't melt the plastic of the mechanism. But what I've then done once I've finished is what you're left with is it's like a honeycomb, because it's got it's not solid plastic, it's just got webbing in it. And what I've done is I've mixed up some araldite and literally poured araldite into the webbing to make it a bit stronger. And I'm just letting that go off now, and then I'll put those back in and we'll see if it's worked. So there's my bits. I've given them a clean off with the angle grinder. Just a very soft go over. You can see they're solid pieces now. So I've got some rubber grease here. Let's grab the helmet and attempt to put it back together. So I'm reckoning that goes like that. So you've got your little cleft that fits into the cleft in the visor. So I'm going to put them in and then put these little bits in, which are meant to hold it in position. A couple of these ones back in. Thinking you can do this way around. Let's see what it does when it goes up. See how it's opening the visor now? It didn't do that before. There we go. So this basically was broken from when I got it. See, I was coming down the motorway. I was going along the motorway. I had my visor down. When I went to pull this forward, instead of the visor opening, the visor stayed down and it locked right there. So I couldn't see a damn thing. My modification is working. It's a clunky old system though, I won't lie. I think I'm going to take the chin piece off again. Well, I'm going to take the chin piece off again anyway because I want to put all the screws in first. Now I've realised that I can. So let's just take the chin piece off again. I want to put some rubber grease around the pawl, which is the little pin that sticks in it. But that's working now. That's never worked right from the moment I left Helmet City with it. So I think it was pre-broken. At least this is showing how to take it apart. So right, you lift off the pawl, which is the troublesome bit. You can actually leave it on. I'm halfway in and halfway out now. Right, so you've got to get the chin piece into that position, push it forward gently, and it's in the hole then, and then you can pull it out of the hole. There we go. So that's the chin piece off. So what I want to do is I want to put some rubber grease around all of these slots. I wouldn't mind so much the fact that this system is flawed, but when it goes wrong, rather than just leaving you with a visor up and a cold face, it actually prevents you from seeing anything. So it's potentially quite dangerous, which you don't expect from an expensive helmet like this. Okay, let's put all the rest of the screws in. Now I know that I can, without putting the visor back, without putting the chin piece back on. See if I can find a screwdriver attachment for that. That's better with a screwdriver because it's a bit too easy to over tighten with a ratchet. That's those back on. Get it in a minute. Yeah, that. So it's that way around. There you go. It's quite a tight fit, but you can feel when you've got it in the right place. Oh, bloody hell. Right, so now you can imagine you're going down the road, you've got it set up as an open face helmet with the visor down. Starts to rain, you want your visor, you want your chin piece, so you pull your chin piece, see how the visor goes up? Mine didn't do that. And then lock in position. Excellent. That's how it should have been, but wasn't. These just clip in. As I said, you literally just pull them off with a knife, but they sort of push back and pull off. So if you put the knife in the front and just sort of lever them back slightly, and then when you put them back on, just like that. Same again on the other side. See, they've got these little tags, so you pull it back slightly, put it in, push it forward, click it in. A little bit of rubber grease, it'll end up washing off anyway, but I'll put a little bit of rubber grease on that one there, because that little tag is what stops it when it's down. There's not much point in putting too much of this on, because it'll soon wash off if you ride in the rain. But there you go, super duper. I don't know what it does the other way round. I've never tried it because it never worked, but let's see. Yeah, it automatically puts the visor back up. I'm not overly impressed with them, I'll be honest. Look at how loose that is. If that goes up over that, which it very easily can, your chin guard's jammed. So here's the situation. You're going along, you're in open face mode, starts to rain a bit heavy, you want your chin guard, so you just pull your chin guard forward and up goes your visor. I'm sure that that's not the only one of these helmets that's broken in that way, so hopefully this video will be good for other people that have got the same problem with theirs. We shall see. Give a like, please, if it's of any use to you, and if not, well, just give a like anyway. It makes me feel loved. So a quick demonstration of how it's supposed to work. I should really have shown you how it was working, but you'll have to take my word for it. It was basically, if you had the visor down and you grabbed the chin piece, it would come halfway across and then it would just completely block your vision. Whereas now, with it repaired, it does that. And then when you want to go back up again, completely different. Anyway, I hope this is of use to someone. It would have been of use to me, but I couldn't find one on the internet.